about relationships. I wrote an article called um, "Women Are Turning into Hoes and Hoes into Goddess."
Women are turning into hoes. What? What you mean turning into hoes?
Women are hoeing on social media.
Women are hoeing.
Are hoeing on social media.
You need to expand your entire thought because the way you started out ain't sounding good. And right now, from what I can see, it's only women on this thing right now. So you need to go ahead and expand your entire thought.
Okay. For clarification, I'm saying that women are being
we we all scratching our head like what? What nigga? And you know I don't even use that word too much. Get to talking real fast.
Okay, this is what I mean about that. Okay, so I wrote an article. The title was Women Turning into Hoes and Hoes into Goddess. And what I mean is that it is pressure in our society for women to conform their integrity in order to get a man or to be socially accepted. I'm going to give some examples. Instagram, the Instagram models, the Facebooks, etc. It's a lot of women who normally wouldn't be in behavior of being in their lingerie or being showing themselves unclothed in certain situations are doing that because it gets attention in our culture. And beyond that, I think society is placing a spotlight on women who exhibit behavior that is less respectful than women that we're accustomed to. So, in our culture and hip hop and things of that nature, the people that you listen to, your girls, the city girls, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, all these women that I'm naming, you know, their brand is associated with sexual content. And I think in 2019, 2018, and the years beyond, we're having less emphasis on women who do not associate with that. And I think the women who are less,
That's right. Period.
I don't know if she agreeing with me or not, but you know,
You
what?
probably just want to put that period in for her sister.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I mean, hopefully, you know, you see my point of view is that, you know, we had back in the day in our cultures, we had a balance, and there's always been, you know, it's always been people who've been sexually free, and we respect those women. And that doesn't mean that you're old, but you know, if you would have saw um, Lil Kim back in the day, you'll be thinking, you know, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'll be thinking like, oh, you associate her at the Playboy Mansion, or you wouldn't be out of touch to see her at a porn convention. You know, this is what she's influencing. But if you saw Lauren Hill, you're like, what the fuck is she doing here? You understand what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's just like it was a balance back then, and we understood that. And those women who dress in a certain way, that don't mean they're hoes. I'm just using that as an example, as that the perception that is associate. Agree. We're not saying weak, but easily influenced, because you don't have to be weak to be influenced by watching, like me personally, subconsciously, I could be watching TV and see a commercial for Popeyes and be like, damn, that look good. And ever since I saw the commercial, I be wanting some Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? So people who put out commercials and advertisement in the radio, I can't talk about how many times you be like, oh, this song whack. But we hear, if you playing and if you going on a road trip and you listen to the radio and they play it 5, 6 times, subconsciously you like, oh, you start singing it. And you know you don't like the song.
Yeah.
So if you look at reality TV, you see women with injections in their butts and their titties, and you go on social media, Instagram, and you see women who get 700 likes because they're in their bikinis, and you're looking like, damn, you know, you're just saying you're posing with your degree or your kids or doing something that lends to you being a respectful woman, and you're not getting the same amount of attention. It's gonna lend to women who be like, oh, I could twerk in this video, I could show my bikini, and that's what it's going to. And that was my whole point. I just try to make an extreme scenario in order to get the attention of people that may not be aware of what's going on subconsciously in our society. So that was my point.
Phew. Okay. Um,
I figured I'd start off with a bang.
it was a long bang, but thanks. I think, yeah, that I don't know. I'm on the fence. Again, I'm always on the fence. Dang, I can't never make a solid.
You gotta shit or get off the pot, Dr. C.
But I feel that, yeah, people are definitely influenced and impacted by the number of likes. I think women are more, on the other hand, I think women are more comfortable with themselves, and women are not afraid of labels anymore. And I think to that point, that men are also not labeling women so much as hoes, or even if they do, they're still going out in the strip clubs and wiping them up now. You know, and a lot of these women that are on social media, these rappers are, you know, in their inbox, they trying to, you know, be with them or whatever. They don't care about people saying that they are, you know, you with a hoe or she was a stripper or whatever. I think that the taboo part of it, or the embarrassment of being with somebody that's on social media, you know, scantily dressed. I don't think that is an issue anymore, or it's becoming less and less of an issue. And I mean, women are coming up. This is another platform for women to come up on on using social media. And if they got a nice body, then why not show it? So Ote said, right, is Megan a hoe just because she expresses that she wants to do it in the car? I don't think so. Women been doing it in the car all the time, for a long time. We just now talking about it, and people are feeling comfortable talking about it.
Yeah, but
right.
Yeah.
With everybody. Because let's be clear, men even want their wives to express some hoe-like tendencies when they are in the bedroom. So, you know, you want a lady in the streets and a freak in the bed. So, you know,
I agree with all that.
You are allowed to do hoe things with your man, and you expressing it doesn't mean that you're going to be doing hoe things with everybody. So I'm sure some of these women out here that's keeping their man, and you know, for numbers and numbers of years, they all conservative out in the street, but they doing some hoe stuff at home in order to keep him.
I mean, yeah, true, but if I meet a woman, and we're not talking about we're not talking about her doing it in the car with her man, because I don't know the song or the case may be, but she's not talking about a relationship. She's just talking about a car. So she's talking about having sex in the car. If she was talking about, like, you know, if you express yourself about your desire for your mate, it's a different type of expression than saying, oh, I could do it right here in the car. If I meet a woman and I take her out on a date and she tell me we could do it in the car, I'll be like, damn, she a freak. Word
Why
up.
she gotta be a freak?
I mean, I'm just telling you
Why
the.
she gotta be a freak?
Now hold on. That's my whole thing. We're not dealing with. We're not dealing with facts. We're dealing with perception. So
Right, but why would your perception be that she's a freak? Why isn't she just happen to be horny at that particular
let me
time?
give you another example.
There's
Right.
no time like
Hold on. First of all, I'm not objecting to freakness. Let me just clarify this. I'm cool with it. Most
I
men.
know you're not.
So let me just clarify this. It's not a bad thing, but it's two sides to the coin. First of all, it's a perception thing, and it's not regulated to men. It's to women also. If you see a woman, if a woman sees another woman dressed a certain way, she's gonna create a perception, be like, "Oh, look at her, what she got on," or "Look at the style," or whatever. It's a perception thing. So women do the same thing. Second of all, my point is that a lot of women don't mind that perception, but they still want the respect of that's given to a real woman. So it's a double standard.
What do you mean a real woman?
A respectable woman. A respectable woman. So she still. So yeah, it's you create. So
Respectable woman? What are you saying?
I'm saying that.
What's a respectable woman?
I'm going to give you another example from a man's perspective. If a dude comes in a place, he's dressed in a suit.
Hold on. Let me answer this question. The question is, why is there still so much double standard? There's still so much double standard because men still run this country, or I mean, men run everything.
Let me respond to that also too. I think sexism is a bigger plague than racism and any other ism. This is something that I said because racism can be regulated to black and white, Muslim, Jews, whatever. Sexism exists in all society, all around the world, in all cultures. I'm not making the rules up. I am simply expressing them.
Men have made the rules, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Even if you're going back to Christianity and the Bible and all of that stuff, how women's supposed to be, and even in some religions, they don't even want women to be in the pulpit and all of that.
That's law. I'm not going to go there. That's another subject for another day. But
a law created by a man. So that's what I'm saying. So even if you're talking about religion on down to sex, men have been creating these rules, and society has followed the rules, quote unquote. And now women are saying, no, we're going to do what we want to do. You're going to respect us. We're going to dress how we want to dress. And even last night, I was with my mom at a jazz concert.
Mm-hmm.
This young lady walked in, thick young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody dressed pretty conservative last night. This lady walked in, she had a whole leopard dress on that came just below her booty and her coochie, and she had a big butt, and then she had these high heels on. The whole place looked at her and was like, ooh, did she know where she was coming? Including myself. I looked at her and I was like, girl, like, did you know what this was? And then I had to change my mindset.
what? But hold on. Okay. So I'm going to stop you right there. Automatically, you started to think. Now, if it was a meter or some type of device, when she walked into the place, and you can read people's minds, Lord, and just print them out. One person, now I would have bet if now I put my last bottom dollar, one person would be like, look at this hoe. One person.
Yes.
One person. Now, if not, I'm assuming more than one. She came in.
Yes.
She put that on. She didn't, you know, how many women don't look in the mirror of themselves before they leave out? She put that on knowing
Right.
like, I'm going to turn heads. Now,
Yeah.
she put that on knowing that it's going to be a label associated with her. It's not sexual freedom. It's something that society, it's the same way, like I said, with a man. If I come into a formal event, and let's say I had braids or dreads, and I come to a formal event with dreads and my pants sagging and whatever, a tank top on in the summertime, people gonna be looking like black folks clutching their purse or whatever, and I could have a PhD. I could have a PhD. It's a perception. Now that woman could be a physician when she walked in, coming to a jazz place. You don't know what her title is. I don't create the perception, so it's not regulated to women, and it's not a double standard. It's a perception on everyone that people are conscious of. So it's not something that, oh, it's a perception. It's society. It's what goes on. We don't make the rules up, but you dress in a certain way. You want to go to a job interview, sir, dress a certain way. Black men are associated this all the time. If I got a suit on, you're going to be like, oh, what you do? And you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of persona with it than dress a certain way. So women shouldn't be all confused and surprised when they dress a certain way and they're not afforded the same respect of another woman who's not dressed that way. And the kicker is a lot of women who dress that way are not what you think you are. And a lot of women who don't dress that way are not. The freaks be the ones who are the librarians or the, you know what I'm saying, the educated or whatever the case may be. So you can't judge. Yes. No comment. No comment. So that's my whole point, is that it's, you know, the women know, what they're doing when they get on social media, you know, so you may get on there and be like, oh, I'm bored. And like,
How many DMs have you slid in based on what they look like on social media?
I'm not a DM guy. I'm not.
You're not a DM guy.
I'm not a DM. I haven't mastered the DM. I'm old school. Like if I was a younger kid, I could say, yeah.
Glasses crew in the building.
See, you know, the glasses may be the freaks. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. No disrespect. So my whole thing is that, you know, because the women that I'm naming, just go back to the hip hop thing. The women I'm naming, Cardi, Nicki, these women are hustlers and extremely bright. You can go from one place, start an enterprise, hustle. You know, she comes from reality. You know, look how many people on reality TV. Cardi B, the only person who came and made herself a brand and, you know, monopolized on it. Got her a husband, got her a baby. You know, she has created the...
She got everything I want.
She got everything every woman wants. She got
Right.
She got her own money. She got a man with money.
Yeah.
She got a ring on it.
Yeah.
So...
Come on.
So the thing...
And a baby.
And a baby. So this is what so that's my point. Right there. That's my point. That's the bottom line. So we're going to say that.
And she came from this strip club, and Offset did not care about people saying that she was a hoe or that she was a stripper. He did not care. He
Hold on.
still wiped up.
But this is my point. When I say this,
Yes, ghetto as hell.
so when I say this, women who don't come from her environment, what?
Okay, so time to bust it wide open, ladies.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's like, at some point, like Ote said, it's like, okay, if she could do all that and all I got to do is twerk a little bit and I'm more articulate than her and I got more education than her and I ain't been on no pole, and all I gotta do is show a few pics of this short dress. Shit. Oh.
So that's back to a conversation that you and I had about some of the people that we know, probably dressing a little bit more conservative on different sites, or if they happen to be on dating sites or something, that they probably dressing more conservative, and a man would look at the profile picture of somebody else maybe.
Can I say this? Michelle JC? She said, unfortunately, that's how it makes you feel. That's my whole point. It's just like, you sitting up there, you doing everything right, and you like, what am I doing wrong? I know I'm a good woman. So, you know what I'm saying? And this broad, ghetto as you know what, just came out of the strip club at 3 and 4 in the morning. Nigga, I'm asleep. I gotta go up and go to work, get up and go to work in the morning. And she at the stripper pole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she get a ring on it. And here, I've been faithful to this dude. I've been doing everything right. I cook. And he put a ring on it and he got out of the strip club. So a lot of women subconsciously are exhibiting hoe-like behavior due to pressure from for the attention, but also from the pressure of our society. Now I'm gonna say this too. Men have a blame to this too, because we have not understood the value of the women who are doing it the right way. So by us looking at the society, we're picking the wrong women. So men be like, oh man, I'm gonna get this freak or with this and the other. And we're not putting stock in the value in women who are doing it the right way. Men are not recognizing it. Women are recognizing it. Women who recognize it are doing it what it takes. Women who are not recognizing it are remaining single. So look, like, you know what I'm saying? And
trying to not give no, as Otay said, she over there trying to wait 90 days. She said F Steve Harvey, because she trying to wait 90 days to not give any, because we thinking, we'll get that time to learn one another. We can have this relationship without sex being involved. And to what end? To what end? You still losing the dude because there's somebody else who's willing to give it up in 2 days instead of 90 days.
She taking the L.
Over there.
Unfortunately, Otay, you taking the L. Now, I'm not, the thing about it is, it's two sides to that. First, if you feel a certain way as a woman or any individual, and you forget the rule, the 90-day rule or the 100, if you feel a certain way and you want to wait a year, that's you. You don't lose your integrity off what you feel. But if you're doing it to prove a point and you really want to sleep with the dude, you taking the L. Because in this society, it's a microwave society. So, you can't be out here holding on to, it's just like us playing Monopoly and they making new rules up and you still going off the old board game rules. You're not going to have no property. That's what's going on. You got to conform to what's going on or you're going to lose out. But like I said, if your integrity and who you are as a person and you believe this, oh yeah, stay true. Don't conform. But my whole point of it is women have these type of set of values and they're not sticking to them because they're losing.
And I think the set of values was appropriate for the time 20, 30 years ago.
I agree.
But we have got to change with the time, ladies, and I think we have to better vet the guys that we are with. Either they're ready for a relationship or they're not. And it don't matter whether we give them the poo-poo or not, because it's where they are. If they're ready, then you have a chance of being in a relationship with them. If they're not ready, you're not going to be in a relationship with them. And sex, it doesn't matter whether you gave it to them or not. So it's where they are in their life. Now, maybe sex may push you one way or the other. If the sex good, then he might be like, yeah, I'm ready right now. If the sex ain't that good, he'll be like, yeah, I'm still trying to be single.
The sex helps. The sex helps. The sex helps. It does.
And that's the truth. Thank you for being truthful about that part as a man.
Well,
That it plays a factor. I mean, the quality of it.
well, I advise you guys. I kind of wrote the article, and I wasn't able to, even though it's 6-page, I haven't been able to elaborate. I have a series called Pimp Chronicles. You guys can go to blacktruth.net and actually read the article and, go on there. We talk about relationships. We talk about, I'm talking about Dr. C and me, but it was based off that article. And so I guess you guys see my perspective on it, that, this is just my observation on it. And me being a little, now if I was 15 years younger, I would be like, hell yeah, or whatever. But as you grow older, you start to have a different perspective on things. And like I said, don't get me wrong, and I clarify this. All that's cool. I'm with the shits. Don't get it wrong. Megan Thee Stallion, City Girl. I'm like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is a lot of women still be want, a nigga slide in their DM and be like, yeah, let's go out. And she want to be treated like, well, because this may come off the wrong way. Everybody deserves respect, but she wants to be treated in a certain way. And this nigga just saw you fucking half naked on social media. Of course he's not going to look at you in a certain way that you think you are, when he just want to screw because this is what he saw. You didn't bring nothing else to the table, and this is what attracted him to it. So a lot of women got the game messed up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes got the game messed up. You know what I'm saying? Dudes be want to wife it up. Nah, nigga, you ain't the only one that was in her DM. Everybody saw her ass out. She just giving you this date because it's Tuesday. Friday, you ain't got a chance. So this is what's going on. You can't.
Well, we did say that we are somehow we're going to work on having a panel, because relationship stuff amongst black men and black women is a hot topic. And we talked about, we're not sure which city yet, but we're going to do a panel with men and women to discuss some of the topics. And we are seeking honesty from both men and women, because there are women out here that saying that they're looking for a good man and good men, and then there are men out here that saying that they're looking for good women, or a good woman. So we're working on putting a panel together so that we can have honest conversations, because men are from Mars and women are from Venus, and we do not understand each other for some reason. But I think part of the reason that we don't understand each other is lack of honest communication. We're not honest, and there is no communication between the two sexes. And so we are working on that. More to come as to when we're going to do it.
So yeah, I mean, we're working on, because we get the feedback. A lot of people are receptive when me and Dr. C and me are together doing our vlog. So we're working on that. Where
and trying different times too, because some people are at work during this time and they can't really join us. So we're working on some things, guys.
So,
but thank you all for joining us today. We had some good interaction for it today.
Yeah, we gotta kick it off, man. We gotta kick it off. So I don't know, ladies. I don't know. I put my boxing glove. I didn't put my boxing glove. I kind of was bagged in the corner a little bit. Just let me know that I defend. I didn't defend. I wasn't really trying to defend. I was just trying to make my point. And I know a lot of women be like, and it take